Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. Let's talk about Elliot Spitzer and the entire scandal surrounding him. It's kind of interesting in my mind that Elliot Spitzer, who was very well known as the Attorney General in New York for busting out white-collar crime, gets nabbed in a sex sting after he becomes governor. And what struck me as rather odd about all of this, of course, is the blatant hypocrisy of the man who actually went after organized prostitution while he was Attorney General, is actually availing himself of the services of prostitutes. Now, I think that the entire idea behind this is rather bogus in one sense, because I don't think that there's anything wrong with prostitution as far as it being something that is engaged in between two consenting adults. Of course, you have to take responsibility for your actions, and that is if you're married, if you have children, etc., and you owe them your loyalty. Getting involved in prostitution, choice you can make, but it's also something that you should be responsible for on a very personal level. So while I do see the hypocrisy surrounding Elliot Spitzer and all of this, I also have to remark that it's rather a shame that he should be brought down because of something like prostitution, which I believe is a victimless crime, and it should not be illegal. It should be legalized, along with drugs and some other things that are so-called vices. I'm not a huge fan of taxation, but since we're going to be taxed anyway, why not bring all of this underground economy into the mainstream so that taxes can be spread out a little bit further, so that people don't have to be hit so hard in the wallet when it comes to wage taxes and property taxes and other things that are such a big part of expenses for people today. And I think it's rather ironic that Elliot Spitzer, who was both the Attorney General of New York and then Governor of New York, knowing what he did and practicing what he did, it makes me wonder why he didn't use his time wisely while he was in office to try to decriminalize prostitution within the state of New York, and more broadly perhaps across the country. You know, in Nevada, prostitution is legal. In some places, it's regulated, it's taxed. And there is a scrutiny over the entire process, which keeps diseases out, which promotes health and well-being, and takes care of the women who are in the profession. And such things, when they're brought into legality, will take care of a lot of the problems that people think exist with the idea of prostitution. So I do think that it is extremely hypocritical that Elliot Spitzer is brought down because of engaging in something that he actively prosecuted while he was Attorney General. But I also think it's rather stupid on his part that when he had the opportunity to influence law and to make changes within New York State, that he did not take any steps to do something about this. Victimless crime. All victimless crime should be legal, or at least decriminalized. Thank you.